What's up, guys? Neil Orfield here, taking a look at the Stokastic NFL DFS lineup generator for FanDuel lineups for the Monday Night Football Super Bowl rematch between the Chiefs and the Eagles. While you're coming in, please like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already done so, and hit that notification button so you can get alerts when our shows go live. Again, in this video, just looking at some FanDuel lineups. If you're looking for DraftKings lineups, I've already posted that video on the Stokastic YouTube channel as well. And if you haven't already signed up for the lineup generator, it's just $14.95 per week. That includes FanDuel and DraftKings. It includes main slates. It includes every primetime showdown slate. And it's a great time to sign up right now because we have extra slates this week with Thanksgiving coming up. We have a game on Black Friday as well. So check it out if you haven't done so. It's $14.95 per week. The link is in the description of this video. You can find it there. And again, every single lineup in the lineup generator has been run through these stochastic sims and has been found to be a long-term profitable lineup in the sim. So only good lineups here. Check it out if you haven't already done so. FanDuel single game lineups, what we're looking at today. I'm going to do chalky lineups here. I'm debating between chalky or all lineups, which will give me a mix of chalky, balance, and contrarian lineups. Maybe I'm going to do actually all lineups here. So I'm going to get a mix of different lineup types, see if I can find some lineups that look good to me in large field GPPs. You can see here, you can choose different game scripts if you want to. I like to just use standard projections for these videos. But if you want to say this game is going to go off, you want to say this game's going under the total, those options are available here in these buttons. Again, I'm using standard projections. First lineup we look at here as Devonta Smith in the MVP spot. AJ Brown in there as well, and Albert O. We don't have Jalen Hurts in this lineup. We do have Patrick Mahomes paired with Rashee Rice. This one is borderline a lineup that I would use. I think that I would be okay using this lineup. We're leaving 1,000 on the table with no Hurts in here. I think that it's going to be fairly unique. I don't think a ton of people are going to have this lineup, so I don't think it's going to be duplicated, a couple hundred times. I think Albert O is a really interesting play tonight. Doesn't project well, as we can see, but who knows? Maybe he gets a real role with Dallas Goedert out as a pass catcher. Mahomes in there. Rashee Rice maybe gets a post-buy rookie bump. I think there's a lot to like about this lineup. So I'm going to give it a yes. I think I would use this lineup in a large field GPP, even though it's only leaving 1,000 on the table. I don't think it's going to be duplicated a ton. So I like it. All right, there's one. Second lineup, we're only leaving 500 on the table. I think at this point, this lineup probably will be duped a lot. It does have some things going for it, primarily being the only Chiefs representative is the Chiefs defense against an Eagles onslaught. I think people will be, not a lot of people are going to play for Eagles and then the Chiefs defense as the only Chiefs representative because people are going to assume, well, if the Eagles go off, the Chiefs defense is not going to be great. But what this lineup assumes is that the Chiefs offense does virtually nothing. Maybe the Chiefs defense gets a pick six. You can, Jalen Hurts loses, I think, a point. I don't even remember what it is exactly on FanDuel, but doesn't lose much when the Chiefs defense gets an interception. So maybe the Chiefs defense gets a pick six. Jalen Hurts maybe loses a point, but then he gets the ball right back in what would then be a better game script for the Eagles because the Chiefs have just scored. So there are plenty of ways for both Jalen Hurts, the Eagles full stack, and the Chiefs defense to get there. I think this is so close to me whether I would use this lineup. I'm going to say I don't think I would use this lineup because it's only leaving 500 on the table. I think it's going to be duped a little bit more than I'd like. Nothing too contrarian about the lineup, but this is really close because we got Swift kind of low owned in the MVP spot. We have the Chiefs defense against the full Eagles onslaught. I'm going to say no just so we can look at extra lineups. All right, now this one, we're leaving 2,500 on the table. We've got Travis Kelce in the MVP spot. No Patrick Mahomes in this one. We've also got Pacheco and Noah Gray from the Chiefs. We have both of the stud receivers from the Eagles. I like this one. This looks like a great lineup to me. We are, as I said, leaving 2,500 on the table. So we would be able to upgrade, say, AJ Brown to Travis Kelce if we wanted to. But with the way the scoring works on both FanDuel and DraftKings, the receiver is going to outscore the quarterback on every single passing play. So very viable to have Kelce in the MVP with no Mahomes in the lineup. We also have no Hurts, so I don't think a ton of people would play a lineup with no quarterbacks on FanDuel. We have a somewhat low-owned Noah Gray at 13%. No super contrarian pieces in this lineup. But overall, because we're leaving 2,500 on the table, not using any quarterbacks, I think this will be not duped a ton. So I like this for a large field GPP. There's two. This one, I'm not going to play it because it's using the full salary cap. I think typically if you play the full salary cap, you're going to run into some dupes. Excuse me. So I'm going to skip right past this one. Yeah, leaving only 500 on the table. I actually think as far as lineups that use close to the full salary cap, this one is more likely to not be duped a ton because it has both defenses in there, including Chiefs defense in the MVP spot, along with Jalen Hurts in there, and Jalen Hurts with no pass catchers. I think this is one that could actually work and not be duped a ton. Again, because we have both defenses in there, we're expecting kind of a low scoring game. If both defenses are going to work out, or just a a messy game where maybe both defenses score a touchdown, that kind of thing could work out as well. But maybe not a lot of offensive scoring. Maybe Jalen Hurts rushes one in. So even though it's only leaving 500 on the table, the fact that we have Jalen Hurts in here with none of his pass catchers, and then we have Travis Kelce in here with no Patrick Mahomes. Like, from a correlation standpoint, this is something that a lot of people won't come to, I don't think, naturally, but still could work out because Hurts has so much rushing upside. So he could pretty easily outscore Patrick Mahomes. And then he's not with his pass catchers because he's doing it with his legs potentially. Maybe Mahomes or Kelsey's catching a lot of passes. I think this one, despite only leaving 500 on the table, is one that makes some sense for a large field GPP. Not going to work out all that often because the most likely scenario is these offenses are able to put up some points. Probably don't want both defenses. But I think that this is one that is going to work out more often than people play it. So I kind of actually like this one for large field GPP, despite only leaving 500 on the table. So that's three that I found already in here that I really like. Here's another. I actually think this one looks pretty good. Also, we got Hurts with his stud receiver AJ Brown. We got Kelsey in there with no Mahomes in the MVP spot. We also got Justin Watson and Noah Gray, who both run pretty significant routes for the Chiefs. So there's another one that I would like. All right, let's just go through and I'm going to save these lineups, see what our final exposures look like at the end. And I'll remind you as I'm doing this, $14.95 per week. The link is in the description. Great time to sign up with Thanksgiving and Black Friday slates coming up. All right, we got 70% Jalen Hurts. That makes a lot of sense to me. Jalen Hurts is one of the top projected plays on the entire slate. He's cheaper than Mahomes. He does more with his legs. So 70% Hurts makes a lot of sense to me. 50% Travis Kelce looks good. 42% Mahomes and DeAndre Swift looks good. Devontae Smith is just 12,000. We're getting to 35%. That makes sense. AJ Brown, 35% as well. Pacheco, 35%. Chiefs defense, 33%. And then we drop down to Justin Watson at 23%. And a nice spread of players here. 10% Albert O. That's pretty interesting. He's just 5,000. Looks good there. I like it. I think we got some, obviously, these are all plus EV lineups. These are all lineups that are long-term profitable, but I think we can, there are plenty of lineups there that look like they have real, pretty good chances of winning tonight. Just not just having long-term plus EV, but I think some of these lineups really could have a pretty good odds of winning on any given night. So I like this spread of lineups. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Good luck tonight.